Well, he's America's clown prince of comedy, that beloved buffoon of bluster who's kept America laughing for more than 35 years now. His comedy stylings have gotten millions of hits on YouTube and has been making people laugh since 1972. And now, joining me for a quick clip of his latest side-splitting routine, here's Scott Ott, and sitting in for the vacationing Steve Green, the amazing Tammy Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you now the master of disaster, the buffoon of the Beltway, the Dauphin of Delaware, Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it.
Let me say at the outset to all the press, no law-abiding citizen in the United States of America has any fear that their constitutional rights will be infringed in any way. None. Zero.
And now let me give you the details about how I'm going to infringe your constitutional rights. Scotty, that was smiling Joe Biden telling us that by taking away our semi-automatic rifles, he is in no way whatsoever violating our constitutional rights. So, Scotty, let's play parse the quote, shall we? A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, there's two words I am interested in here. One of them is arms, and the other one is infringed. Go.
Well, you know, normally when I see Joe Biden speak, it's just risible. It is to laugh. That's the first time I think I've ever seen Joe Biden speak where I thought, that's scary. I mean, not scary like, oops, you know, Uncle Joe is riding off on the lawnmower drunk again. It is scary like the guy who's a heartbeat away from the presidency is basically telling you, if you think that there are some constitutional questions around the right to keep and bear arms that shall not be infringed, if you think there are any questions about that, you're wrong. Sit down and shut up.
Precisely. Well, Tammy, we all know of Joe Biden's towering intellect. Here's his advice for home defense. Instead of a dangerous handgun or an evil AR-15, here's what he said you should do if you have to face a violent home intruder. 1, buy a double-barreled shotgun. 2, load both barrels. 3, step onto the porch where the violent assailant is standing. 4, fire 2 warning shots into the air. And then 5, swing your now unloaded club at the intruder, to which I would add 6, pose provocatively for the chalk outline. A heartbeat away from the nuclear suitcase, Tammy.
It's also illegal. It's also an illegal suggestion. I would hate to be in a helicopter at the point where that person's shooting off 2 warning shots into the air.
Hopefully it's Marine
that would
One.
be a little scary. Yeah, it's like, oops. And also, I mean, look, his comments, it's like his previous comment was like the Jedi mind trick. I mean, they could say this to us all they want, and we're not going to walk away being, you know, hypnotized into believing them. Americans look at that, and now it's not just that he's a goofy guy, and God help us, and he'll be, somehow he won't become a president. But now we're looking at the absurdity in which that they're approaching all of American security. That is really all of the Obama, Biden, national, international security theory is stand out there, make a lot of noise, and run away and hope that the bad guys won't hurt you. I think it's quite telling when it comes to their recommendations for American individuals, and it's why we're in such trouble.
It's a great point about the Jedi mind trick. These are not the weapons that you're looking for. Well, folks, the Second Amendment does not say the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall be prohibited, shall not be prohibited. It says it shall not be infringed. Any attempt to limit the kinds of arms you choose to keep and bear is infringement. This means Biden and all the others are in violation of their oaths of office to protect and defend the entire Constitution, not just the parts they agree with. For those of you writing internet comments saying that the founders' Second Amendment intent only meant we should have muskets, I would reply, by that standard, your First Amendment rights only apply to anything written on parchment with a quill dipped in ink. Now, as far as the militia clause go, I would also remind you that the definition of a militia is a collection of free citizens who are called up in time of emergency to go home and get their own weapons. It's one thing for people like Rosie O'Donnell and Michael Moore to be the stupid or the duplicitous, but for the people who swore an oath to defend this Constitution, to shred it in front of our eyes as they say they're just saving it, is another new low in the trial by fire and boredom that are the Obama years. For PJTV, I'm Bill Whittle.